to front court, lost the ball though, and the Racers can get a run out. It'll be Sapp taking it to the hole and jamming it in. Missed the layup, but Farrell grabs the rebound, shovels it to Williams for the stop.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder here in the brand new Race Center for Murray State basketball on the campus of Murray State University. Big win for the Racers Saturday at Evansville, and Coach will join us here in just a moment, and we're going to break it down for you. But first, let's show you what's coming up this week for the Racers and into next week as we get closer and closer to Christmas. The Racers are going to start Wednesday night with a men's-only 7 o'clock tip at the CFSB Center against Alcorn State. The visitors out of the SWAC conference come in at 1 and 7. And then Saturday, it's a men's-women's doubleheader. At 1 o'clock, you've got Jacksonville against the Murray State women. And at 3 o'clock, a very hot Illinois State team comes in for a tip at the CFSB Center. And then next week on Monday, the Racers finish up their games before Christmas with a game at SIU. That is a Monday night game at the SIU Arena. And that'll bring us to our time with head coach Steve Prohm. Always glad to have him sit down with us and break down Racer basketball. And it was quite a game Saturday, Coach. My goodness, you know what? I guess it was probably great from a coaching standpoint. Great to win a close game like that, but also to be in a close game because you guys had to face a lot of pressure that you haven't in some games.
Well, we've lost a couple games early in the season, Houston in the last seconds and Portland in the last seconds. And, I think our team grew from this. It was great. I wish Cam would have made that shot because it would have been a lot easier to win the game. But the way we had to win the game, underneath out of bounds, Sapp's fouled out, Jarvis Williams fouled out, and Jonathan Farrell makes a big-time play for us. Everybody went with Cam, but really proud of the guys' perseverance, the way they stuck together. We had opportunities. We were up 7 several times. We're up 7. We turn it over in transition, a chance to go up 9. Credit Evansville. That's a tough place to play, a tough place to win. They're 7-2, great RPI. The arena was packed.
Yeah.
It was a great atmosphere. We had a great contingent of Racer fans that went up there, but terrific road win. But again, like I told our guys, it's one win, and now it's back to practice and getting better.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll it here and take a look at it from the Ford Center. And I am so impressed with the Ford Center that I took my good camera and I spent the first half taking some good pictures in that good light. But we'll get into it here, and Jonathan Farrell gets you started off. When I saw him pick up his first foul with 4 minutes to go in the half, I thought, okay, that's great news.
Yeah, he had 8 offensive rebounds, and the thing I said, you need to start defensive rebounding. But Sapp got off to a good start, really kept us in the game early. They really packed the paint, really made it tough for us to run just some quick hitters to get it inside, so we had to get it inside on different ways. But you can see right there Jarvis with a great finish.
He is maybe one of the best we've had in being able to finish even when he's well defended. And then this guy gets going in the first half. Cameron Payne had a 20-point first half. That shot there was pretty amazing. This was another amazing shot. That was an and one. He's playing really good right now.
Well, that's why we're winning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple game. We're shooting the ball better. We're playing together. We're taking better shots, which you can see that right there. We're making the extra pass. We're going inside out. The biggest weakness we have right now, we turned it over too much at Evansville on unforced turnovers. Mm-hmm. We need to be 10 or less. But defensive rebounding is our huge weakness. Now, that's a tough shot. Fortunately, Sapp made it. But Cam is the last 3 games. He's been off the charts. And he's our leader. He's the guy who makes our team go. And we put him in a couple actions right there, and you just get him in space when he's feeling it, and he can do a lot of really good things.
Well, Coach, this isn't your first rodeo. You saw him that he was hot, so you just started riding him, man. Let him go for it. He scored 10 straight points at one point.
Yeah, and I screwed the last play up with a half. We had given him about three or four different looks, and so I was trying to give him another look just in case they had adjusted to what we were doing. And this is a great play by them, and kid goes under, so Cam makes that three. But
you call that the old rescreen.
Yep, and that's what I was mad at myself, because we're up 7, we should be no less than 7 going into the half, and we're trying to isolate a side of the floor for Cam, and we get an illegal screen, and it was Cam's fault and it was Farrell's fault. Cam didn't set his cut up high, good enough, and then Farrell just, changed the angle of the screen and turned into the guy. But and then Ballantine hits the 3, so that one bothered me going a half. I had to let that go, but if I had to do it over again, I would have done something different for Cam, obviously.
And then, Coach, we get into the second half here, and there was a period where I think Seymour hit a 3, and then Payne hit one, and Seymour hit another one, as we see Jarvis with another tough finish over a Mascavius there. But you guys had a couple of points here. Here's the first run here. I think 3 straight threes. You thought right here you had a chance to maybe get up on double digits too.
We had opportunities, and to their credit, they kept plugging away and getting some big-time plays offensively, and then, offensively we didn't, continue to execute like we needed to. But Evansville's good. You weren't just going to pull away up there. I knew it was going to continue to be tough. Cam's stretch in the first half was huge for us.
Yeah, and there's the second 3 by Seymour. So that comes with, I think it was still a lot of time left in the game. It's about 12 minutes to go. Racers up by 7. But you're really impressed with Evansville, man. They dug in, and they know what they do well, and they got the ball to Ballantine. He got to the line 15 times and made 13 free throws out of it. But possession by possession, under 8 minutes, man, you guys just really executed well, it seemed like to me.
Well, the guys are getting better, and we got a great break there, and you can see the game winner right there. And one thing we got to learn from that right there, because as a coach, I'm watching it, and the first thing I think about is, all right, we need to know we got to get our guys off the bench. I mean, they can't be on. We got to shot goes in, we got to go, and then we need to get our butts back on defense
because they still got like 2 seconds
still had
to
1.1 seconds.
1.1.
They could go quick, but everybody was kind of like in shock. So, I could have taken a time out there. That's something I'll look at in the future, but I'll talk to our guys about, hey, when that ball goes through the basket, get your butts back, and we will celebrate at 0. The game's not over yet, and so fortunately we were able to finish the game, and terrific execution by those guys. Terrific execution down the stretch. You saw Cam's big 3. You saw a couple of big Seymour's 3s, and then sometimes it's not execution. Sometimes you've got good players, and they're gonna make you look good, and they're gonna do great things. But we got a good group. Those 6 guys are the top 6 guys right now are starting to play better, play together. And I told the guys at practice yesterday, I said, those guys are playing good. Those 6 guys right now, they're playing better. We gotta get better defensive rebounding. But we need Tyler Rambo to get better. We need Wayne Langston to get better. We need Kendrick Flomo to get better if we're going to go where we need to go, because you can't ride 6 guys the whole year. And so I think that's what got us in trouble a couple years ago. Isaiah's senior year, I kind of rode 6 guys for too long, and we got worn down a little bit. But, I need to keep playing those guys and putting those guys in, and just to get them some minutes, get some guys some rest, and they need to be productive in those minutes. But you got to earn minutes out here on this practice floor.
That's right, and the Racers go to work every day for that. Hey, before we take a break, Coach, you probably saw this on my Twitter. I had a great and unique advantage, and we're going to put these pictures up. I've got the 3 frames of Farrell making the shot, and I'm across from the Racer bench, and you just see Farrell catching it, and he's going to lay it in. And then I cropped out you and Williams and Sapp and Flomo and Coach Mack on the sideline. The look on your face, and T-Money, Terrence Miles. What a great shot that was, because at that moment, it looks like Terrence is the only one on the bench that knows he's going to make it.
Yeah, I saw that.
The rest of you are hoping.
Yeah. He saw it ahead of time. So, it's funny, and Terrence is he's kind of like the mascot of our program in a positive way. He's been around here as long as I have, 10 years, or almost 10 years, almost a decade. So I've been here a long time, and he has too. And he put out something the other day that's one of the best wins he's been a part of. Now, he's been a part of some really good wins, and I would have to agree with him. For this team, this was a great win. It was a great win. Obviously, that we've won games with their stakes are a lot higher, but this was a road win in a tough environment against a very good program, very good team.
Right.
That's going to be a top 4 team in the Missouri Valley Conference. There are going to be a lot of people over there, so it's a huge win for us. and now we got to get back to work because we got a big week this week.
Okay, well, while we're kind of wrapping up this game against Evansville, tell us about the scene in the locker room afterwards. It was very emotional, and Jonathan was very emotional.
And that's what I told the guys. It should be. Just because we won on the buzzer, it shouldn't be emotional, man. We should be moved passionately every game.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you should come in here. Put everything out there. And I tell them all the time, just throw your chips in, ante up. I just tell them, ante up, put it all in there, and let's see what happens. Mm-hmm. And we have to do, and I told them this at practice yesterday, we have to do what we do. If we don't do what we do, we're not really good.
Yeah.
You can have great players, but if we don't do what we do, we're not very good. But when we do, we're a good basketball team. But it was funny because you go through different parts of a season, and you know, we've had a lot of, you know, it hadn't been a smooth sailing season so far, or even in the fall it hasn't been. But Farrell was very emotional. Everybody was excited. And Jarvis Williams just made the comment. I love the comment. He said, "Hey, big fella, if you want to cry, go ahead and cry, man. It's okay." And then, man, Farrell just lost it, and the team went and gang tackled him and hugged him. And for Jarvis, we started to see some selflessness to where a couple weeks ago you wouldn't have said that. You said you've seen a lot of selfishness. Yeah. Now we're starting to see a lot of selflessness. We're sapping. Jarvis over there fouled out, really excited. The guys have confidence to run that play for Farrell at the end, when all we worked on is running it for Jarvis Williams. And, you know, Farrell stepped up and Moss made a terrific play. But, you know, that's how I want our guys to feel. That's the kind of passion we need to play with every day. And then we need to just come in here and get better. And so it's not about our record. It's just about playing this non-conference schedule, which is very tough, very demanding, getting better, and then putting ourselves in a position. And I heard Coach Calipari speak last night. You got good kids and you got good players. Your record, don't worry about your record. At the end of the day, you'll be where you need to be if you keep doing the right things. And that's my vision, and that's our vision for this team.
Coach, I love it when you sit down with us, and I love the way we do this show because I'm going to make an executive decision here. We're not going to do a second segment because since you're so forthcoming right now, we're just going to roll right into this week. And you've got Alcorn State coming in Wednesday night, and then a very tough Illinois State team. I watched them win that game at DePaul on Sunday, and then next week you got to go to SIU. This is a tough 3 games here leading up to a Christmas break.
Yeah, I talked with Alan Ward today, and I asked him. I said, "Are we in the Missouri Valley? Did we leave leagues? Because that's all we're playing. Missouri Valley.
Four Missouri Valley teams.
We've got to be. We had a good practice on Monday. We got to have another good practice today, and then we've got to be well prepared and really locked in and focused Wednesday night against Alcorn. I think that game will show about the growth of our team if we're continuing to grow and do things the right way, because Alcorn's had a brutal schedule, but
they haven't had a home game yet.
Against like opponents, they've been in games. You know, against Ohio the other day, they just lost by 10 on the road.
Well, it was I think tie game with 10 minutes to go.
You know, so Troy, you know, it was a 10-point game with 10 minutes to go. So we're gonna have to be very well prepared, and then it's a quick turnaround for what you said, a really good Illinois State team that just beat DePaul. I'm not sure if they won at UAB or not. I really hadn't followed them too much. I followed a couple
I saw their
scores,
game against VCU.
You know,
they
and
lost
lose to
overtime.
VCU by 2, and we know, you know, VCU's got a terrific program. So, you know, we've got a big week, and then it's a 1-day prep for Southern Illinois on the road.
Gosh, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome finish here this week with 3 games. So, Coach, thanks for stopping by, and we'll be catching up with you next week then.
All right. Is this the last show before Christmas?
No. Well, that's what we got to talk about, our show next week.
Okay. All right.
We play SIU on Monday. We'll have to do a show, but
on Tuesday. Okay. Yeah. Well, I was going to wish everybody a good holiday. Well, we'll see you.
Well, we can do that right now.
You know, we'll do it next week. I wish everybody get out to the arena Wednesday and Saturday, and then make that trip to Southern Illinois. I thought we had a great turnout again for Evansville, and that's the thing. You really want those games on Saturdays, you know, because the middle, we played really well down there, and
And that was
the
a
crowd.
Tuesday-
It was a
Tuesday
Tuesday
night.
night, so
Yeah.
the travel crowd wasn't as great. And when you talk to people around here, it's just easier to travel on a Saturday afternoon. I'd love to play Saturday afternoons, home and away. I think those are where you need to play. We need to really look at that. But it was a terrific crowd, and now you look. We beat Western, they go beat Ole Miss. We beat Middle, they go beat Akron at Akron. So we've won at Middle. We beat Western at home. We've won at Evansville. So we're getting better. We got a long, long way to go, though.
All right, Coach. Well, let's just remind folks.
And our leagues are getting a lot better. I mean, you look at these wins, our league's getting a lot better. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay. I love this spontaneous way we do the show.
But when you're winning, you're in a better mood.
Oh, I know, and I love to sit down.
Everybody asks you how
Of course,
you're
we get to
doing.
do a lot of winning shows. I've done a lot of winning shows with you over the years.
So
that's for sure.
when you winning, everybody asks you how you're doing as a coach.
Well,
if you're winning, you're doing great. If you're,
Yeah.
bad coaching wise,
Well,
if
I've
you're
had the
losing,
privilege of covering 81 wins with you.
So, yeah, we've been blessed.
Yeah, we've been
fortunate.
very,
So,
very good. All right, we got to go. Thanks to our sponsors for the Racer Report. You'll see them here at the end of the program, and we'll see you next time on the Racer Report.
Still looking to dent that scoreboard. Mid-block, it goes to Farrell. Little hook over McCavich's. What a beauty.
Very nice. Turned into his left shoulder.
It goes to Moss. Tries to step past his man Can. Finds Campaign, who drives in for the floater. Hit it, and we're tied.
Nice decision by Jeffrey Moss.
8-4 the score. Racers on the attack. Sapp, catch and shoot three. Left wing, it's good. And TJ Sapp's hot shooting continues. His Campaign. Payne inside the free throw line. Dishes right side. Sapp another catch and shoot three. Hit another one.
2 in a row for TJ Sapp.
Gets it down low to Williams. Tough post up, but he's able to hit it over the big guy inside. 14-12. Evansville back on top. Payne drives inside. I don't know how he got that to go in, but sneaks in and gets a layup. Box it back and forth against Brown. Shoots, hits, and drew the foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. Payne looks left side to Moss. Goes to the point to Farrell. Down to the right side, Payne finds Moss. Sets his feet behind the line for three and ripped it.
And he gets
Inside. Nice steal there by Farrell. Long pass to Moss. Lays it off the glass and in for a Regions bank shot. Comes left side. Over to Sapp. Sapp by Simmons. The 18-footer. It's good.
tough shot by TJ Sapp.
He's about 3 feet inside the mid-stripe. As the offense sets, he gets a screen from Farrell. Goes the other way and frees himself for the three, and he drained it. 33-32 Racers by 1. Another screen. Frees Payne for the floater. Banks it in. He is red hot. 15 for Payne. To come out and set a screen. Instead, he peels off to the right, leaving Payne open. Squares up and hits the 18-footer. He's feeling it right now.
Wow.
17 first-half points for Payne. Farrell sets a screen. Payne to the left side, hooks it back to Farrell. Gets it back to Payne for the three, and he hit another one. Wow!
Racers running the high screen action. Jonathan Farrell set a great screen out front.
Now 14 on the shot clock. Left side, catch and shoot three. Sapp hit another one. TJ Sapp's third three of the game. Payne gets it to Sapp. Across the lane, goes to Farrell, and his shot's blocked by McCavich's. Right back to Farrell. He tries to back him down. McCavich's tries to flop and get a bucket, and dribbles to the right side. Looks for Moss inside the free throw line. His floater is in and out. Tipped up and in by Farrell. Seymour right side. No points for Seymour. Bounces to the mid-block. It is Williams in a double team. Put it up, and it rattles in. What a tough shot. He whips it to Payne. Payne fires inside. Williams, catch and shoot three. Seymour, got it!
There's the inside out, paint first.
Into the corner, Seymour. 15 on the shot clock. Seymour will bring it out with a dribble. He finds Sapp in the corner, puts the runner up in the lane and hit it. Payne gets it set up. Spins left side. They pick him up. Springs free for the three. Good! Campaign! Throws to Seymour. Wide open three. Buried it! And a whistle away from the ball. Payne into front court. 25 in the game. Payne throws out top. Catch and shoot out top. Seymour drilled another! Seymour! And it's 70-63. To Seymour. 16 on the shot clock. Payne wide open three in the corner. Good! It's good! And the Racers by 4. Here's the long pass.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. They're in 2.6 seconds to go. They get it into Farrell inside, up and in! 1.1 seconds to go! And Evansville takes a timeout. Here's the long pass. It's intercepted by Payne, and the Racers win the game.
The Racer Report with Steve Prohm is brought to you by Ruth Brothers Wine and Spirits, serving you for 50 years with 2 locations in Paducah, Kentucky. And by Pepsi Mid-America. Sign up today at Pepsi.com to earn Pepsi Experience points and earn rewards. And by Campus Evolution Villages in Murray, the best in student living. Call 270-767-1818 to plan your tour today. And by Kentucky Community and Technical College System. Higher education begins here.